Hi guys, it's Ru and I'm back with a review, unboxing slash reveal type thing, not a review really, of my Tom Ford clutch, so let's get straight into that. See this perfume by Mugler? This is the Alien Eau Extraordinaire. Oh my god. Oh, like literally I've gone through 6 bottles of this. This is how much I like this perfume. I've never found a perfume that I like so much, but I just love this stuff so much. It's insane. Okie dokie guys, welcome back. I don't want to do that. Hey guys, sorry I haven't made a video in a while because it's only been like a week or two since I last uploaded. I'm not doing too bad now. I'm trying to keep up to date. But I was in London. I said at the end of the last one of my videos I was in London because my work had been picked up at my university, and I was planning to buy a few things while I was in London because I may as well turn it into some kind of enjoyable trip while I'm there, you know what I mean, as opposed to purely business or whatever. So I'd originally planned to get like, I don't know, Buscemi shoes and maybe like a Gucci pouch or something, but I felt like I'm really funny with like designer shoes and I knew I needed like a really good solid pair of shoes, but I just feel they get wrecked so often, and like people who buy designer shoes, like they wipe them clean after they take them off every day and all this stuff, and I honestly cannot be bothered with that. Like, that's too much effort for me. Like, I like a pair of shoes I can wear to the end, they're gonna last me a good few years and look good and be done with them. Like, I don't want to like constantly wipe them clean. And yeah, sure, it's nice to have fancy shoes for going out and stuff, but then are you getting your money's worth? It's all these questions. Shoes just are not my thing, whereas small leather goods, bags, makeup, most certainly are, and jewellery, so it seemed more appropriate that I move on to something that's more related around those things as opposed to just buying shoes because I wanted shoes, you know what I mean? Like, it just, to me, wasn't a sound investment. And as a financial businesswoman, as I am, it wasn't a good investment. Let me just say quickly, I've kind of given up on putting disclaimers in my videos because if you're watching a designer unboxing video to get angry that someone's bragging, you're really in the wrong space, and that's kind of on you to figure out where you need to go. Like, of course I'm not bragging, but if you feel like that, you shouldn't be here, and there's other places for you to go and like hang out on YouTube, so I strongly advise you go find those places. So I'm not going to do any chit chat, we're going to get straight into the unboxing. I'll do chit chat at the end, you can tune in for that, and we'll just get straight into what I bought at Tom Ford. So here's the bag. It's a really huge bag, as you can see, as I sink back into the darkness, and it's a grey bag. This is what the men's kind of cologne and perfume and cosmetics, this kind of packaging it comes in, and it just says Tom Ford in the front with 2 rope handles and a ribbon. Tom Ford is a brand that I adore, and he's a designer that I adore. He just seems like a really nice, enigmatic person, and design wise he's done such amazing things for various companies that it was only right that I kind of started to venture into his clothing and accessories. So because I've had such a huge following and I have such a huge collection of his makeup, I really wanted to add a Tom Ford piece to my collection, but nothing was like right. But we finally got this piece, so we will open it now. But I just wanted to mention that Tom Ford is a huge designer to me. Some people love Chanel, some people love Hermes. Tom Ford to me is a really important designer and someone who I really wanted in my collection. So hopefully you can see this okay. So this is coming up okay. You just undo the ribbons as you would with any bow. And inside you have the box. Now we'll get into the box situation afterwards, but we're just going to do that on opening. And also within the bag you get your receipt. So your receipt just comes in this very overwashed white envelope type thing, and inside it's just got a little flap envelope, and you have your receipt in here. You can kind of see that there, Tom Ford Sloane Street, £410, done and done. So that's to verify that this is authentic. You don't think I've just went and bought a fake or anything. So here's the Tom Ford box here. So it has string on it, important to note. This is similar to the string that Louis Vuitton have. In fact, it's the exact same type of material that Louis Vuitton use on their things. But funny enough, I've bought maybe 10 things over the last year and a bit from Louis Vuitton, and only once from an online order had it wrapped in this string. It's appalling that I don't get. Everyone else gets it, but I don't. But at Tom Ford I did, and it was all wrapped up nicely in this box with the string. So I'm just going to slide this off. Now this isn't exactly how it was when I got it. It looks pretty similar, but I've obviously opened this to check it myself and make sure everything was okay and the items were fine inside. So then you have the box, and you take the lid down, and there you have the velvet pouch that it comes in. So it's packaged inside with paper to keep it cushioned and things. And here is the pouch it comes in. As you can see, it says Tom Ford on it. This is honestly one of the best quality pouches I have ever received a luxury item in. It is so soft, it is just, and you can tell it's really good at kind of soft polishing the item inside and the metal and things, because it's almost like a soft cloth. So this is a really high quality pouch. And like most things, the string on these is actually the string that was on the box you've seen. It's made of the same material, but you just pull that apart like so. And for the big reveal, inside we have my Tom Ford clutch slash cosmetics pouch. Isn't that just gorgeous? Like, I can't. Like, no one understands the beauty of leather goods. Like, my family don't get it, my boyfriend doesn't get it, my friends don't get it, but there's just such beautiful craftsmanship and simplicity in an item, and especially Tom Ford, his design aesthetic. To many of you it might just look like a zip pouch, but to me, like, it just screams Tom Ford in every way. But I just adore it. Like, look at that gold and that black. It's just the most deepest black with the most gold. Oh, it's just pure heaven. So I will slide this little tab off, and you have the clutch strap in there, which is a loop strap, so my hand easily goes through that. And you can walk into the room purse first. That's a little Drag Race reference if anyone watches Drag Race. So then you have your zip pull here, and you just use this to slide this open. There's a little close-up, guys. As you can see, it says Tom Ford along the zipper line there, which is just gorgeous. Tom Ford made in Italy along there. Hopefully that's focusing up for you. And then on the little end compartment, it has Tom Ford stamped on the metal end stop for the zipper. But it's just beautiful. Like, oh my god, you don't, no one understands. It's just so pretty. Okay, so you just zip open this pouch. And I have such a love for a good zip. Like, I just have a thing for really beautiful zips, and this is a huge zip on here, so I really love that. It's really well made. It's stiff, but that's a good thing, you know, because it's going to loosen up with time. If it started off loose, it'd start to get janky after a few years. So that's always a good thing. And then inside you have obviously packaging. So we just remove that. It's just standard white packaging, doesn't have Tom Ford or anything on it. And then inside, if you can see, guys, it says, that's going to be really hard for you, it says Tom Ford made in Italy at the top, and you have a second zip pouch here. The lining inside of this bag is a type of, it's not suede, it's a synthetic suede, because this is a cosmetic case and a clutch. The idea is that you're going to carry makeup in it of some type, or perfume or something, and you can wash it then in that case, or wipe it down. Not in a washing machine or anything, but you can wipe it down with a cloth and some stain remover and get your stains out, which I think is really good. So then I will go in for closer details for you guys, but you just unzip this inner compartment in here, and inside here is a little card. It says Tom Ford on it, and then inside here is just the reference number. It says GLT a lot. Black one size, GLT, black. So GLT must be the name, so Tom Ford GLT clutch, I'd presume. Some of his bags have names like the Jennifer and things, but those are bigger bags. This, I would just refer to it as the GLT clutch or Tom Ford black clutch, however you wish. So much like Louis Vuitton, Tom Ford does have a number referencing system, so it will have a product code. Mine's is, I'm not going to say the last few letters, but mine starts S01, and then there's 3 other numbers after that. And then after that you have 16, so the year it was made. This was made in 2016. And then you have kind of, I would say, I don't know what it corresponds to. It says AO, as in AO, the letters. So I don't know if that corresponds to where it was made or what month, I'm not sure. But maybe the collection date, autumn, I'm not sure. But it seems to have a code system much like Chanel does and Louis Vuitton, which is really good because a lot of brands don't have kind of stamped codes, which can be worrying because you want to be able to check if it's authentic or not. And I think it's nice, even though Tom Ford is a hugely established brand, it's still not on the level of Hermes and Chanel where people are date checking, you know, authorization codes that they do with these kind of other brands. But he still has that system in place. And honestly, like, the craftsmanship of this bag has blown me away. The softness of this leather is insane. It is the most beautiful grain. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's that kind of grain I like. And it is just to die for. It's so soft. A stitch is not visible, not a thread is out of place. This thing is just so beautifully made. That's why I had to have it. Because I know Tom Ford, his items are such a premium price, even more than a lot of brands. But they're just so beautiful, and I felt you got so much for your money for this. Like, Tom Ford makeup counters have these little cosmetic cases you can buy, and they, to me, are like $4.50. I think one of them's $3.95, and you do not get anything close to the size of this. This is just such a big piece for that money. Like, I know it's still expensive to most of you, but you're, in terms of designer items, you're getting so much for your money, and it's a Tom Ford piece, which means the quality will be immaculate, and just, it'll be a timeless piece, because the Tom Ford name really does hold up to time. I feel he makes such classic, beautiful, sexy clothes, and I hate that word sexy, but his brand really does scream sex appeal, and it's just such a beautiful, timeless piece. So I wanted to give you some inside details, guys. There you can see Tom Ford made in Italy. There is the little zip inside. That says Tom Ford on the zip pull, much like the bigger one on the front. And then inside here, the zip compartment, I will unzip that for you. It opens up just like that. It is hard to show you guys the inside, but you get the gist from what I'm showing you here. And kind of that shiny bit there is where the number is stamped. You can really fit a lot in here. It's actually a really decent sized clutch, which I really appreciate. I'm going to go ahead and fill it and show you what you can get inside, because that might be helpful if you're considering purchasing this item. Purchasing that item. Enunciation would be good here, so get it together. Sorry about that. So I've went ahead and filled this up, guys. It isn't even full, but I have filled it up to the comfortable level where I feel I would have it. I wouldn't want to stuff this for unnecessary reasons. Please do bear in mind I've just thrown these in. I haven't like packaged them in, so you can probably get a lot more even if you like Tetris them in, you know, Tetris the game where things fit into place. You know, like jigsaw puzzle them in. So we'll go ahead and see what I managed to get in here. So inside here, you can get a Tom Ford mascara, a Tom Ford compact, a MAC Fix Plus, a Tom Ford lipstick, some earphones, a Terry Mugler perfume, my Louis Vuitton key holder, my iPhone, and finally, I only put one thing in here. You can actually get a lot more in this little inner pouch, but I just put my Saint Laurent car holder. So you can get a lot in there. So that's the bag, guys. It's quite funny. I posted a video, a Chanel review of my experience in the Chanel boutique on Sloane Street, and no, it was my MCM one. Yeah, it was my MCM video, and I said after I bought my MCM Mila, I went in and I seen that Tom Ford cosmetic clutch, but it was different to this. It was a lot thinner, it was close to the same price, and it just wasn't worth the money, but it planted the idea that I really wanted something from Tom Ford. And because I don't really use my Louis Vuitton cosmetic case that much, because I feel it's, I don't know if I love the print as much, and it's still my Hardy travel cosmetic case, but it's maybe not so much my kind of clutch cosmetic case type thing. If you get what I mean, just bear with me. So I planted that idea, and I decided to go into the Tom Ford boutique just to see what they had, because I knew I didn't like those cosmetic cases they have that the boutiques are selling, and I wanted something more exclusive to the actual, you know, boutique stores instead of the boutique cosmetic counters within Harrods and Selfridges and all that jazz. I am genuinely so happy I found this. I did have a really nice experience in Tom Ford this time. I mean, it wasn't amazing. It's hard to really chalk up what a great kind of experience at these stores is. A lot of people have sales assistants who greet them with water and champagne, and you know, they're taken on a tour of the store. Everyone in Tom Ford said hello to me. Everyone, bar the doorman. Everyone, so nice. In that sense, like, everyone makes sure to say hello to you. Really great experience. And I didn't feel like I didn't belong there. Like, I felt like that was my place. Like, you know, some designer boutiques, they have that feeling like, I don't know, the sales assistants just maybe don't give you eye contact or that, and you start to feel like you don't belong there. When in reality, if you're a customer and you have the funds to be purchasing there, you belong there, regardless of your financial status. I don't care if you hooked on the street. For every dollar you earn to buy a bag, you belong in that Chanel store. Or if you're, you know, a single mum who has saved for 6 years to buy herself a bag at Hermes, you deserve to be there. Even if it's not a bag, even if it's a card holder, even if it's an Hermes branded pencil. You deserve to be there, and some brands really don't get that atmosphere right. Tom Ford totally nailed it. I went upstairs, everyone was so nice. I even walked into the women's area and they were kind of like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "Fine, I shouldn't really be in here, these are all bras and pants." But it was a really nice experience, and the Tom Ford store is kind of like an alien spaceship that's all black, but I did kind of peek through the door when I seen people going in and out, and behind that it's just a regular old warehouse, I think. But it's really beautiful inside, and it smells amazing, like heaven. So the first girl I dealt with, I had to manually go over to her and be like, "Do you have any cosmetic cases?" Because everyone was saying hi to me, but no one was coming over and saying, "Can I help you?" That would be a major gripe for me. I'd honestly have to say that no one came over and said, "Is there anything you're looking for?" Because that's really irritating. Because I don't want to have to go up to people, especially when I don't know if you specifically deal with cosmetics. And I feel like when someone comes over and they're friendly and they're like, "Hi, how are you? Is there something I can get you?" Or they come over and they're like, "Is there something you're looking for?" I can judge between those two people, and I can be like, "No, I don't want to buy from that person because they're obviously door-faced." Anyway, redundant. So I had to go over to this woman, and she was nice enough. She brought out the things, and she was nice in that kind of mannequin-ish way, like where they're just like, "Welcome to Tom Ford, how can I help you? Okay, you want a cosmetic case? I'll go see if I can get any at the back. Okay, I brought you some cosmetic cases. We have 3. Like, you know, that kind of like really overly like mannequin-esque, like robotic, kind of foreign accented kind of way. And it wasn't bad or rude in any way, it just wasn't personable. And a good customer service experience for me, whenever I've worked on you know, customer based jobs where I'm as a makeup artist or whatever, I be a human. Like, that is what a good customer service experience is, when you're talking to a human and they move a little and they have personality. Personality is key, and when it's a robot and I don't get personality, that immediately makes me like, "Well, I don't really want to be here." So she took them out, and I seen this and I was like, "Oh my god, this is beautiful, it's such a good price." I almost didn't believe the price. I was like, do they really mean 600? Because 410 for the size of a Tom Ford item like that is amazing. So I said to her, "Can I get the details of this? Because I'm going to come back and I might not get you, but I want to be able to know that this is the bag I want. I want to be able to, you know, just request it and not have to look through 100 other types of bags." And she's like, "Can't you just take a picture?" She literally said to me, "Can't you just take a picture?" Which is fine, I get it saves you effort, but in contrast to some of the experiences I had at other stores who went out their way to get me water while they wrote down the name of the item I was coming back to get later, asking me to take a picture is a bit, you know what I mean, like, it's a bit too much. Like, no thank you. So I took a picture. I understand it saved her time. I was like, whatever, you obviously just want to go on your lunch break. So I left, and I was like, if I'm going back, I want to get another person, someone who isn't going to ask me to take a picture of the item I want, because that's just a bit lazy to me. So obviously the sale wasn't her fantasy, I wasn't feeling the fantasy, and I went to go to Gucci. I hope you like these chit chats because I'm really getting into it now, so just sit tight. So I went to Gucci, I got served by the most amazing sales assistant ever in Gucci, and I was so sad because the thing I wanted wasn't in stock, but she was so nice, and she literally went and got me water, then checked the warehouse, then came back to the water, then checked the warehouse further because she believed she might know a secret place where they might be hiding. Still couldn't find the item I wanted, got a Gucci gold foiled envelope, wrote down the name of everything and her business cards, put in here and said, "Please take any time you need, go around the whole store, look at everything, I'm so sorry I couldn't get your item." She was just, and she had movement and personality, and I just wish I was buying something from her because she was so nice. And then after Gucci, they didn't have the kind of cosmetic case I wanted, so I was like, Tom Ford is the one for me. So I ran back over to Tom Ford, and I went in, and the girl who served me first time wasn't there. So that was good, but it was also good for me because I was like, I knew you wouldn't be here. I needed something other than a photo to get this thing. But anyway, I kind of walked about for another 5 minutes. No one approached me once again. And I was kind of like, okay, this is awkward. You're all just watching me struggle like a wounded animal limping around your designer bags looking for help. No one approached, so I finally went over to a girl. I was like, fuck it, I need this bag. I need to leave. I need to go to my hotel, get dinner with my friends, and then go to bed, because at this point I'd been on my feet 12 hours, so we needed to wrap that ish up. So she came back, and she didn't come back from anywhere. I went over to her, and I was like, hey, this picture, this is a clutch I wanted, can I maybe have one last look at before I purchase it? She brought out, she was a lot nicer, this girl had a lot more personality, she smiled, and she was really, really nice. So I was like, yep, that's the one, and I asked for a box because I was travelling back up to Scotland from London, and if I didn't have this in a box, it was going to get crushed. There's no two ways about it. And she was like, yeah, we'll see what we can do to get you one. The girl before said, yeah, that's no problem, we'll be able to get that package in a box. This new one said, we'll see what we can do. So I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want it if it's not in a box, because it'll just get ruined by the time I get home. But then she came out, and it was so sweet. She had, the box they've gave me in is like a Tom Ford men's shoe box, so it's super sturdy. She had a box, and she says, this is all we have. Is that okay? And I said, yeah, of course, if it's okay with you. And she said, well, of course it's okay with us. It's absolutely no problem if it's okay with you. And I was like, yes, it's completely okay. It's perfect. Thank you so much. It was just so nice that she was like, is this okay with you? Like, worried I wouldn't be happy with that size of box. Any box you can give me so my items don't get ruined, I am happy with. So that was stellar service on their part. So then she brought out another to show me, brand new, not the display model, and it looked beautiful, and I was like, right, let's do it. Then she went away and packaged it. This strange kind of guy with no personality came out and took my credit card information. Well, not my credit card, my debit card, because I don't use credit card. And he was kind of just unpersonable, and he was like, write this card but only where I've ticked. And I was like, I can write my other details and write it clear for you. And he was like, no, don't bother. Like, he just didn't really want anything to do with me. I was like, okay, macho butch, testosterone, meathead, just let's get done with you. So I waited, I filled all that information in, they gave me a glass of Coke while I waited, which was really, really nice, because I didn't want to drink champagne on an empty stomach, because I would be flipping. And they gave me my bag over it, and it was a great experience, really good. Could have been approached to ask if I needed help, that would have been nice, and the first woman was a bit robotic, and then the guy who took my credit card information kind of had no personality either. Apart from that, everyone was lovely, beautiful boutique, will be back, and I love Tom Ford. So I think I've ranted on enough, sorry for boring you guys. The only other store I really went to was Dior. Dior was super nice, Dior were lovely. The guy in Dior was so friendly. I was just looking at this purse but I wasn't sure on the size, and he was like, I can tell you really appreciate detail, you've noticed things that other customers don't normally notice. He was so nice and he took all the time with me. So I had a really good trip in London and a really good experience. I didn't really have any bad sales assistant experiences. But I do have coming up in my next video a little story time about the girl who tried to steal my Tom Ford clutch. No joke. Someone tried to go into my bag and take my Tom Ford clutch. So that'll be the next video, guys. Get excited for that. As always, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for letting me rant on and bore you with my constant chattering. As always, I love speaking to you, and I hope you're all safe and well with all this crazy shooting that's going on in the world. It's just so sad. But please remember, stay safe. I love you all, and stay blended.